Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and today we're going to be looking at the Oakley Chamber Range Bag. I've actually been carrying this bag for the past couple months as my dedicated EDC or everyday carry bag. And what it does is it stores all the items that I would normally use on a regular basis that are not on my person. I've also been using it as a gear testing bag, and it stores all the gear that I test for future videos. So from the name Chamber Range Bag, you could say that it's designed specifically to use for the range to carry ammunition and firearms and accessories to and from. But in my usage, I can definitely tell you that it serves a lot more purposes than just that. It's very comfortable and very easy to carry. It distributes the weight very nicely and it rides nice and high, which makes it a lot more comfortable as well. Let me show you guys a side profile so you can see what it looks like. As you guys can see, it's very close to the back. The shoulder straps are very comfortable and it allows for the heavy weight to be distributed nicely all throughout the back. The one that I have here is in a multicam color, but it is also available in black and in worn olive. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn the camera around and give you a tour of the bag itself. Alright guys, so just like I mentioned in my review of the Breach Range Pack, the information card that comes with these bags or the information that's available on the website is not very extensive. They don't really talk a lot about size and usage and features and stuff like that of the bag. So what I'll try and do is I'll give you some rough estimates as far as the size goes, and then I'll also show you the different features of the bag and how I use them for myself. So to start off, rough estimates, it's about 18 inches on the height, about 16 inches on the width, and about 10 inches on the depth of the bag itself. So as you guys can tell, it's more of a medium to larger size backpack. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for something compact, this might not be the one that you want to go with. If you guys are familiar with other Oakley backpacks, as far as size goes, this is pretty close to like an Icon or maybe even like a kitchen sink as far as the height of it. So just keep that in mind if you guys are familiar with those. Now, construction is great on these bags. I can definitely tell you that. That's one of the first things that I noticed, and it blew me away. Just the attention to detail that they placed on this bag is great. I think from just the stitching to the reinforcements to the little added features and things like that, to the comfort features, they definitely knew exactly what they were doing with this bag. So I'll go ahead and start on the back here. The shoulder straps here are nice and padded. They're very, very comfortable. They do have that kind of S shape, which allows it to distribute through your shoulders very nicely. In the back here, the back panel here is also padded, very heavily padded, I should say, and it's nice and comfortable. And with these slits right here, it allows for air to come in and actually cool your back, which is really nice. Now there is a back support plate that is inside of the bag. It's actually like a hard plastic piece that actually gives it this form that you see here on the back. It is removable if you want to go ahead and remove it, but I think with it in there, even though it makes it a lot more rigid, it makes it pretty comfortable as well. Onto the straps themselves. So as you guys can see, this one right here does have this slight elastic band here, which you can either put a flashlight or something like that in there, or hang your sunglasses from if you wanted to do that. And then it follows through this strap right here, and you have a grim lock on this side, and you also have one on the other side. The straps right here, you do have them doubled over and cinched down, so you can stick your finger in there if you need to tighten or loosen on the straps very easily. The other one just has the Oakley logo right here, so you have an elliptical icon, but it is open in the back. So again, if you do want to hang something from there, you're able to do that. And then you have your other grim lock right here, which slides up and down on that strap. You do have a nice and sturdy sternum strap here. You can go ahead and buckle it down. Nice, very rigid buckles on there. And then you have, the capability of loosening it or tightening it depending on your chest size. Onto the bottom, you also have a waist strap. So as you guys can see here, it has a nice wide buckle. So it makes it really, really secure. It's about, I would say, 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch webbing on these, so it's going to be very comfortable. And then you have some elastic keepers on the side here. Now I don't normally use the waist strap, so this just kind of hangs down to the bottom, and then I just use the elastic keepers to kind of keep the excess of the webbing on there. Now one thing that I wish they would have done is maybe made these removable or added a pass-through pocket in the back so I can kind of stow them away. Again, that's just a personal preference as far as it goes in design features for me. So I'll go ahead and start showing you the different pockets on the outside of the bag, and then we'll work our way in. I'll start on the top here. The first thing that you're going to see is you're going to see this nice and sturdy grab handle here. It's just the fabric is folded over and stitched down. And then also the attachment points are both box and cross stitched, which makes it very tough and very rigid, especially because this is going to handle a lot of the weight if you are going to be carrying it through there. So it's nice to see that double reinforcement on the stitching. Turning the bag around, we'll take a look at the first pocket, which is the one at the very top here. And it is labeled, so you can see it's got a small pair of sunglasses there. So that basically dedicates this pocket as a sunglass pocket. And as with most of Oakley's bags, this pocket is going to be felt lined. So from the top right here to the actual pocket itself is lined in felt. So it's going to protect whatever you put in there, especially like your sunglasses and things like that. Right now, I just have a pair of sunglasses and a business card case in there. It just makes it really easy to get to, so that's why I have it there. Now, all the zippers throughout the bag are YKK zippers, so nice high quality zippers. And also the zipper tracks are also inverted. What that means is that the zipper itself is not shown. So what that gives you is an extra level of protection as far as from dust or water splashing onto it or anything like that. And then it also allows for the zippers themselves to run a lot smoother on the track. Now, the majority of the zippers are going to have these nylon tabs here. They are stitched in the middle. They're nice and long, about 2 inches long, so you can go ahead and grab them and pull the zippers open if you have to. And then some other pockets will have these kind of cordage right here with the little plastic keepers on the outside. On the side of the bag, you're going to have towards the bottom this pocket here, which is really nice for those items that you want to get to very quickly. As you guys have noticed, I normally tend to have my zippers meet in the top right here because it makes it really easy to open up to either side. This particular pocket, the zippers come down almost all the way down, and it allows you to clamshell this flap open, and you can get into the items inside the pocket very easily. Towards the back, you're going to have an elastic strap that is divided into 3 sections, and that's going to allow you to carry gear in there more securely. It's not going to be moving around, so things like flashlights, pens, knives, things like that, you can carry them very securely. Again, the pocket is about 8 inches tall, so it's nice and big for anything that you would normally have to carry on a regular basis on the outside. And you do have one on either side. So here's the other one, basically the same exact pocket, and then it comes down and you're able to access the gear that you have in there pretty easily. Moving on to the front of the bag, you'll notice that on the top portion right here, you do have the elliptical icon here. It's kind of like a rubberized feel to it in relief, which is really cool. And then towards the bottom here, you do have the word Oakley written out in the front of this pouch right here. Now, taking a look at the pouch here in the front of the bag, as you guys can notice, it has 4 buckles right here, which allows you to go ahead and unbuckle that and remove the pouch altogether. Now we'll take a look at the contents of the pouch in a second, but in the back of that you have a kind of hidden compartment. You do have some grommets down here, and basically what this compartment is designed for is to store anything that maybe like dirty clothes or something that might have gotten wet or something like that, because inside is this kind of bag setup, which actually goes into the bag itself. So this will actually come out of you and be more flush if you don't have anything inside of it. But if not, you can go ahead and push it in, and it gives you that much more room in there. And those grommets allow for any smells or any humidity or anything like that to escape, so that it doesn't create any odors in there. As you guys saw, I just have a 4-people family first aid kit, and it fits perfectly in that shape inside of that pocket, and then I just zip it back up and it's ready to go whenever I need it. Now, taking a look at this admin pouch, which is the one I removed from the front of the bag with the 4 buckles, this is really cool, and I'm really glad that they added this because it gives you a little bit of an extra feature that most bags won't. Now, this is completely removable. It does have a handle at the top here, so if you do want to carry it around on its own, you're able to do so. Again, the handle is box and cross stitched on there, so it makes it very sturdy. Towards the back, you have these straps right here as well, so this allows you to attach it to maybe like a padded pistol belt or battle belt or something like that, or if you want to just attach it to your your belt, your regular belt, you can do so also, and carry it around that way. again, the zippers, YKK zippers. These zip pretty much all the way down, so it allows for the bag to completely open up. And basically what this is, it's an admit pouch. This gives you the ability to have different items on here that you would want, to access readily. So for the most part, you can have things like pens and pencils and different tools and things like that. As you guys can see here, I have some medication. I have a multi-tool in there, a sharpener and things like that. And then it has a pocket in the back right here. So it allows you to put a couple more things in there. And then it's held together with Velcro right in there. And it has an extra side over here. We just have an emergency blanket in there, and it has a large loop field right here, so you can attach different patches or different Velcro things. Now, if you guys are familiar with these types of admit pouches, basically what this has done is, so you can actually carry this on your chest, and it creates a pseudo desk so you can work on. The patch field in the back allows you to actually put on attach a map to it. So if you're going to do some land navigation and things like that, you're able to do so. So the fact that Oakley included this as part of this bag is really cool, because it definitely gives you the intention that they were thinking of using this bag for more than just a range bag. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and demonstrate how this acts when you attach it to the backpack. All right, guys, so I went ahead and attached the admit pouch to the front of the backpack, as you guys can see here. And basically I did that with the supplied grim locks that came with the backpack. There is a small tab on the back of the admit pouch that the grim locks just feed through. And now what it does is it puts this admit pouch right here in front of me. All I have to do is, reach up and tug the zippers down, and now it creates this desk or writing surface that I can go ahead and use for, again, if I'm doing some land navigation, or if I need to jot something down, or if I'm eating something, I just need a sturdy area to put that in. And then you can just put, whatever items you need in there. And again, it gives a really easy and very accessible way of getting into those items. Again, the grim locks do ride on this nylon strap here, so you can move it up or move it down depending on what's comfortable for you. And I really like the fact that Oakley added this feature on here. Again, it sets the bag itself aside from a lot of other bags out on the market. All right, taking a look at some of the other pockets on the bag, you're going to come to the first larger size pocket here. This is the one that has the two zippers that are a little bit different. It has your, instead of having that tab like the other zippers do, like this one, it has these rubber pieces. And I'm pretty sure the reason that they did that is because this particular pocket actually has a little bit of an extra feature as opposed to the other pocket. So let me go ahead and open that up. And I think that with those tabs, it might make it just that much easier to get into that pocket. So looking at the actual flap of the pocket first, you have this zippered compartment here, which you open up, and then you can store a lot of different items in there. It's just one big pocket, and it's basically the length of this whole area here, which is really nice to get some quick grab items in there. And then right underneath that, you have some organizational kind of admit pockets. So for pens and things like that, I just have a little notebook and a spork in there, and it fits in there really nicely. Now, this is the reason that I was saying for these particular type of zippers, and that is because this is going to be your dedicated CCW pocket or concealed carry pocket. As you guys can see there, it has a large Velcro area right here that this CCW holster attaches to. Now, this holster came supplied with the bag, so you will receive this holster. Again, it is a range bag of sorts, so they do include that, which is really nice. Now, the one thing that I do want to mention is, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is a Walther CCP, which is it's a smaller size gun to maybe small to medium size gun. So it's not terribly heavy or anything like that, but just the way that this is designed, it's kind of moving around. So I would just keep that in mind if you are going to be using this for concealed carry. So there it is. I'll go ahead and take this out so you guys can take a look at the pocket a little bit better. But there it is. This is the one that is supplied with the bag itself. So inside this pocket is very deep. Now, one thing that I do want to reiterate is this area down here, and I don't know if you guys can make it out. This is that first aid kit that I had in the front. And as I mentioned when we were looking at that pocket, any items that you have in there, depending on the size, are going to intrude into this pocket. So right now, that first aid kit is actually inside of this pocket, even though it's not in this pocket. And I hope I'm making some sense as that goes. But for the most part, what I found is that depending on the items that I'm carrying in there, so like I have this this kind of small tripod in there, the fact that that's in there and the shape of it, it actually creates a kind of round cavity in there. So this fits in there perfectly because of the fact that I have that in there. Now, had you not have anything in there, it'll just be one large pocket, and you could pretty much fit anything you would want in there. This is going to be your pocket where you can, you dump maybe clothes, books, if you're going to be using this for school or something like that, or your larger size items that you're going to want to keep in the center portion of the bag and distribute the weight a lot easier. All right, on to the last pocket of the bag. This is going to be the pocket to the furthest back of the bag itself. This is going to be the pocket that's going to be designed for carrying electronics. So they went ahead and added some features in there that I'm really excited about. When you open up the zippers come halfway down, as they do in this other pocket as well, and it makes it really easy to get into that pocket. In the front is just going to be a large area, which again, it's going to be great for books or folders or things like that. And then behind that, you have something that I really wish a lot of backpack manufacturers would do, and that's a dedicated laptop sleeve and a dedicated tablet sleeve. And that's really cool because, sometimes people do carry more than just one type of device. So again, people carry laptops, tablets, things like that. So it allows you to separate them and not have them banging into each other or anything like that. I just have a MacBook Air in the back there, and then I have an iPad mini in the front there, and they fit perfectly. I haven't had any issues with them whatsoever. Again, if I wasn't using this could double as, maybe to put folders or books or anything like that in there, but it gives you that organizational features. One last thing that I do want to show you guys is in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that the back portion of the bag has a rigid insert in there, which you are able to take out, and that's done through here. As you guys can see, there's this flap that's just held down by Velcro, and this is the tab that I was talking about. This is just a piece of plastic, and it makes the back of the bag rigid. So in my opinion, it makes it pretty comfortable, especially if you're going to be carrying a lot of heavy load. But for the most part, if you wanted to make this bag a little bit less rigid, more pliable or something like that, if you're just going to be carrying like maybe clothes or really light items, then you can go ahead and take that out and make the bag maybe packing it inside of another bag or something like that a lot easier. But for the most part, since I do plan on carrying heavy things, I want to keep that in there to give me a little bit more support, especially in the back. All right, guys, so there it is. I think they did a great job with this bag. They put a lot of thought into the construction and the different features to add to this one, specifically with the dedicated laptop and tablet sleeve, the included CCW holster, the admin pouch that you can have in the back or transition to the front. It gives you a lot of different options to set up this bag to do basically whatever it is that you want it to do. Again, by the name, chamber range bag, it would seem like this bag is dedicated to be a range bag. But for the most part, I think if I wanted to do a specific range bag, I would go with more like the breech pack from Oakley. This one would definitely fit a lot of other features, again, like I do for my EDC everyday carry, tech bag or, a testing bag and things like that. I think this definitely fits that role, specifically because of all the pockets and the different ways that you can, distribute the weight on this and load out, and the fact that the bag itself carries the weight very, very comfortably and very easily, and the construction is definitely going to hold up to the test of time. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, this is the Chamber Range Bag by Oakley.